Hi, everyone. So I just want to take a few minutes to explain what you need to do for the story of an hour assignment this week. Go ahead and take a look here. All right, so this is our first short story that we're reading, and it is on the shorter side. All right, um, I've attached a file to these instructions that contains the story, but you can also find it on pages 234 to 236 of our textbook. And as you can see, pages 234 to 236, that's like less than 3 pages. It's a very short story. All right, so you're going to read that story, and then you're going to answer 3 questions about it. Do not use any outside resources. Give it your best shot. This is not a super complicated story to understand. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to pick up on all those things that I talked about in this week's lesson. You might not really understand what type of narrator or point of view this is. You might not necessarily understand the imagery and symbolism just yet. That's okay. You might not have any idea what the theme is yet. That's okay. Do not use any outside resources. I will go over all of that next week in the follow-up lesson. And as you can see, the 3 questions here are really basic. First question, describe Mrs. Mallard's feelings upon the death of her husband. Obviously, you know right away, her husband dies, allegedly. How did she feel when she first learned that he had died? Then describe her feelings when her husband returns home, right? She goes through a series of emotions when she finds out that he has died, allegedly. And then we have to sort of make some guesses about what she felt when she found out he was actually still alive. That's all you got to do. What was she feeling? What did you pick up on? Second question, what do you find surprising or shocking about the story? This is all about you. You can't even use an outside resource to tell you what you found surprising or shocking. Question 3, what questions do you have after reading the story? So you can see these 3 questions are not super deep, complicated questions. They are just to get you thinking about the basics of the story and so that you can show me you actually read it. That's it. Okay. So you'll do this in a text submission, right? No file upload. And again, just give it your best shot, and then we will go over the story next week. Okay. All right. If you have questions or run into any issues, reach out right away. Otherwise, just read the story and answer those basic questions. And maybe at least start thinking about what you think the theme might be. Just roll it around in your head until we go over it next